Coming up live on LiveWire, we've got a great show for you today. We're going to be talking about, you're not going to believe this, it's a dance company called the Borne Dance Company that's doing a dance on eating disorders. Sounds interesting? Stay tuned for LiveWire right after this. I'm with Katie Kilborn, who is the director of the Borne Dance Company. Welcome.
Hi.
It's good to be here, and it's good to see you. And this is a very interesting setup here. I'm interested because I love dance, and most dance are about emotional issues, and so the anger. But to be doing something about an interesting issue like eating disorders. Which is, I think it's kind of prevalent in our country. And it's an important thing that all the arts look at all the troubles and the good things that we are. And so you were walking down the street, Katie Kilburn, and you said to yourself, I think I'll do a dance. So my next dance will be about eating disorders. Is that what happened?
Kinda. So I did this show 8 years ago for the first time in New York City, and I'm recovered bulimic. I suffered from an eating disorder for a long time. And when I started my recovery journey, I realized that dance was something that actually helped me heal, and that art helped me heal. So I wanted to put the two ideas together and create a show. And when I created the show, honestly, it blew up more than I ever anticipated it would, because people reach out to me like, oh, my sister has an eating disorder, or I have body image issues, my brother has body image issues. And so from there, it kept growing and growing and growing, so now it's become an annual thing. So it's something I always wanted to do. Not something I didn't expect to get so big, but I'm very glad that it did, for sure.
So, and I think dance can express those things just as well as anything else,
Yes.
I mean, dance is usually, they draw it upon storylines, and it's sometimes, modern ballet and jazz dancing, though.
Yeah, and we're a mix of modern and contemporary and jazz, so we're a mix of all that good stuff.
That's what your company does that.
Yes.
Okay. Well, and I also wanted people to understand that you're new company to Sacramento. Thank you for coming to our beautiful state and our wonderful city.
Yeah, I grew up in Sacramento. I love Sacramento, and then I went to New York City 13 years ago. I went to the East Coast. Then I came back during the pandemic, and so I kind of transferred the company here too. So we are technically bi-coastal now. So we have a team in New York, and we have a team here. So it's really exciting to be back in my hometown and be able to share my art.
Pretty good. I like it.
Nice.
I like it. Well, I think it's going to be a lot of fun to see your event. We have to tell people what we're talking about. This is an event that you're going to have at California Stage in the Big Theater, and that is, when is the dates? You know it.
I do. It's February 26th at 7 p.m. and then the 27th at 2 p.m.
Okay, and that'll be at the California Stage Theater, and we'll put up a card for all you people who have run to get a pencil and didn't hear what we said. There it is! Oh, Out of Darkness, Borne Dance Company. There it is, 26th and 27th. One's at 7 p.m. and the other one's at 2 p.m. Very good. And that's R and 25th, actually, R and 25th. It's 2905 R Street is at R and 25th. But at any rate, if you want tickets, you've got to, what do you got to do?
So
you got to go to your email and open up your computer and write Borne, B-O-R-N-E, Dance Company @gmail.com, and whammo.
Yep. Just put your name, how many seats you want, and we'll reserve the tickets for you.
Well, this is good. This is good. And bring dance people, too, because it'd be very interesting to see your version of modern dance. And there must be some mime in there, too.
I do. I like to do a lot of gestures, a lot of pedestrian-type movements in my choreography.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. It must have been fun putting this together. And the company are a lot of volunteer dancers from here.
Yep.
Oh,
Looks like
cool.
all local people.
All right. Okay. That's good. It's a nice stage to dance on, by the way.
I've seen it. I'm excited. I'm
Oh,
excited
yeah,
to
I don't
dance on
feel-
it.
Yeah, it's nice. It's got a good feel to it, and so a lot of dancers of various kinds, Spanish dancers, they love hearing their feet go clack on the floor.
I know, because we have some tap dancers that are going to perform in our show, so I'm
There
excited
you
to hear.
go.
Yeah, I know. Really clear.
Well, good. And so, is this the kind of dance that the Borne Dance Company does? Is this the what do you call it? Issue-oriented dance?
Yes, so we are a company that's focused on mental health and eating disorder awareness, as well as the idea of recovery through art. But this is our main focus.
Okay, so it's also about the dancers, right?
Mm-hmm.
How many of you are sick? Yeah.
Yeah.
You're hired.
We try to focus on body positivity, so that's our main goal.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, dance is great for anybody, and I think learning how to do a tour jeté or
Yeah.
something or a modern dance movement, something modern Graham-esque, I don't know where your dance. We used to sit around and talk about modern dance and find out. Oh, that's Martha Graham. No, that's more like Alvin Ailey. Alvin Ailey.
Yeah.
No, truly, and it was great fun. I enjoyed doing those talks about dance, and I think that we need more dance companies in our town here, and you'll be pleased to know that you're always open to come over to the California stage.
Oh, thank you.
Sure.
I'm excited.
So, Out of Darkness now. That was. Is this something that you've been developing?
Over the last year,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I've been developing it with my dancers because we're a collaborative group, and then also with our New York team. So it's been like a year. We've been slowly putting it together.
Okay. So, what are the aspects of eating disorders that kind of help you? I mean, there's a whole thing about self-abuse.
Yes.
You use the word stigmas.
Yes.
I like it. And there are a number of stigmas that we are stuck with and we have to deal with and keep over there or push over here and get them in control before they control our life.
Yes. Yeah. So eating disorders, I could say from my personal experience,
Mhm.
they're definitely something that can take over your entire life. And it can happen to anybody. I think that in the public eye, we kind of have a view of who eating disorders are affected by. They literally can affect anybody of any gender or nationality, background, social class. So that's one of the stigmas that we're trying to break through, is to be like, this happens to everyone. It's okay. It's not necessarily a bad thing, and recovery is possible. So our show, Out of Darkness, it follows like a main protagonist, and actually two of them. One of us kind of falls into the darkness, and one of them comes out of the darkness. And we're kind of acknowledging that both things can happen, but that recovery is ultimately possible.
Good. Well, I like that. And I think it'll be interesting to show how, through dance, how, interpret this, these transitions and the struggle.
Yes.
The struggle, I think, is important, too. And by the way, older people can fall into those.
Yes.
My father had to have an ice cream a day in his older years, and we said, "Dad, that's all just sugar." And he says, "I know, but I lived this long. I should be able to." He used the age argument.
Oh, I've heard that.
Lived this long, And I said, well, if you do it every day, you have your, ice cream on a stick every day. Your body will say, "Hey, this is my time to have that."
Right. Yeah.
And it'll start talking for you.
Yeah, that's real.
Well, this is great. Okay, maybe we should have, just to tell people that we're talking about this event that's happening, Out of Darkness. It's the Borne Dance Company. And you can actually go and see this, and it's coming right up, isn't it? When is it?
Again, it's February the 26th at 7 p.m., then the next day, February 27th at 2 p.m.
Wow, okay, the drums are pounding.
Yeah.
And you can get tickets for it, too, by the way. You probably can show up and get tickets, maybe.
Yes, but we are selling out fast, so we're
Okay,
recommending
you want to say
reaching
that?
out.
Do it. That's very good. And it's at California Stage, February 26th at 7 p.m. And then the next day at 2 p.m. Well, there it
Yes.
is up on the screen. How about that?
Yeah.
It's amazing how the television does things that we're thinking.
Magical things, yeah.
I know. I know. So, okay, this is important. We're going to be looking at some rehearsal pictures.
Rehearsal videos, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay, good. So let's have a look at some of these, and you can be the narrator.
Sounds
I'll
good.
go out for a Coca-Cola.
Oh, well, enjoy that.
No, I have, no, thank you. Okay, these are pictures. Aha.
Yeah, these are our dancers. They did some promotional shots at our last show that we did at the historic Folsom Amphitheater. So these are some shots of our dancers that we did back then.
Mm-hmm. Huh.
Yeah, some
It's like a hard
fancy
position
lifts.
to get in up and out of.
Yeah, was one of our other dancers as performing this weekend. This is our entire company minus one dancer, but yeah, so
Are these some of the dancers we'll be seeing?
yep, these are all the dancers minus we're missing one dancer in that shot.
Uh-huh.
And this is one of two of our other dancers doing a lift that they do in the show.
Wow, way cool.
And
Oh, I thought you were at a railroad station. There you
yeah, and at Folsom, historic Folsom, the place down there. So they had fun playing around
Uh-huh.
and taking shots.
I think it's really amazing. So we also have some videos, but we'll see those a little bit later.
Sound good?
Okay. I like, because dance is movement. Right?
Yes.
Still photographs are great. But, so this is an interesting event. And will you be dancing?
No.
Oh,
Nope.
The choreographer never
I
does
like
it.
I like to be on the back.
You'll be watching it going, no, higher, higher.
I always love I love the way seeing my dancers like interpret things, and they do it so differently than I would ever do it. I love that part of it. It's really fun.
Oh, you do?
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah. I was just talking with the director, and he said, I didn't make him do it that way.
Oh. No, I like to give my dancers kind of like, here you go, and let them do their thing.
Good. Well, if they're professional and they can make it happen.
Yeah,
and,
they do
and-
make it
and
happen.
Keep the event going.
Mm-hmm.
That's quite wonderful. So those pictures that we looked at, what's white feathers, red feathers, and devil like me?
Yes. So those are the videos I think that we're going to show up. So
Oh,
the
this
different
is a
videos that
video?
we have. Yeah, the different videos that we have. We have feathers that are kind of the core item that represents the struggle with eating disorders in our show. So we're playing around with white feathers, like lightness and the darkness, and kind of getting wrapped up into both of them.
Okay. Well, we're going to take a short break for
Sounds
the
good.
cause. And then when we come back, we'll see these videos.
Oh, sounds good.
Okay. Thank you, Katie Kilborn.
Brandon met a girl on a dating app. He finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving.
She must be a keeper.
When I never graduated from high school, I realized I wanted to go back to school because I didn't want to work these back-breaking jobs the rest of my life. With the help of my father and having my son, that was all the motivation that I needed to come back to school. I felt accomplished, made me feel that I could take on whatever challenges life throws at you.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
back. I'm Ray Tatter, and we are with Katie Kilborn, who is with the Borne Dance
Borne
Company. And she's going to carry us along here in talking about an upcoming show that she's doing at California Stage about eating disorders. And so let's have a look at one of the megographic, or the pictures. Oh, it's a picture? No. It's a video. Can we look at the videos? Okay. We're going to do that.
Sure.
But you can narrate them. Wow.
Yeah.
That's a group. That's a group.
Yeah, that is all the
Good,
company.
Good. Is that a piece, or was that part of it, part of the dance?
Yep. It's the newest part, the piece
A
that we
little
just
snip
choreographed.
from the dance that we're going to see coming up?
Yeah, it's part of our show.
Okay. So, those dancers were, you audition them, you know them, and
I knew two of them when I went to high school with, and then the rest we went through an audition, and I just got really, really lucky.
I keep thinking you're from New York.
No,
and
I'm from here. I'm from
I
here.
forget
Then I went
that.
away, and then I came back.
That's right. You went to New York for a number of years, and you came back.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you're back.
Me
I'm
too.
glad to have you
Me
here.
too.
California's a nice place.
It is. Sacramento's a really nice city. I love it.
So let's have a look at another picture, or another video.
New video,
Moving picture.
moving pictures.
There we
right?
go. Whoa. And so these sections, they're all kind of like part of it. You're jumping through this thing for the video.
Yeah. So these
That's
are
very
little.
interesting. And that amphitheater, I don't think I've ever been there.
Oh, it's wonderful. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
right in downtown Folsom. And
Wow. I like Folsom.
Me
Nice,
too.
Nice place. Okay, so let's have a look at the third dance video, because that was called White Feathers. I get it now.
yeah, so we have like the goodness, where she's kind of having a tantrum with the feathers, trying to figure herself out, and then we have it where she goes from the white feathers, transitioning to like kind of you see this character go to the darkness. So we go to the black feathers.
Black Feathers, okay. So now let's go to Black Feathers. So I start to see the conflict.
Yep, there you go. Very, very clear.
And the fighting of the conflict
Yes.
therein. Okay, let's go to the fourth dance video. It's called Devil Like Me.
Yeah, this is our introduction video. So this piece is kind of before the main story happens, and it's about, how you indulge in sometimes bad behavior because it makes you feel good. That's what this piece is about.
Okay, all right. Well, let's have the bad video. Yeah, here we go. I think it's wonderful, and all of that is going to be shown. Is coming up here on a Saturday night and a Sunday, right?
Yep.
Okay, Saturday, February 26th at 7 p.m. in Midtown Sacramento at California Stage at 7 p.m.
Yes.
and then the next day at 2 p.m.
Yep. You got it right.
And people can actually go there, and there it is up on the screen.
Nice.
Okay. Okay. Yep, it's on R and 25th. So that's that. That's really amazing. So in the dance, this dance it's really about addiction, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah.
It's about how one can become addicted to almost anything, like a candy bar.
Yes.
Or something, and you continue to take that sugar at that time of day, your body goes, wait a minute, where's
Yes.
my candy bar?
Yeah,
You know.
exactly.
Yeah. And so how people fight these is, and win is usually with the help of somebody like a psychotherapist
Yeah.
or a parent who really understands their child. And, so usually sometimes when you're really caught up in something, you can't, for some reason, you think you can't stop, like alcohol, but alcohol is addicting. I suppose candy bars are as well.
I mean, anything can be addicting, honestly.
Yeah. So you have an addictive personality, so how do you break yourself of that?
Yeah, no, I definitely have one.
So it's fantastic. It's called Out of the Darkness. And how does that fit in? The darkness is?
The eating disorders or any addiction, anything that's darkness in your life. So coming
life.
out of that.
Coming out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can see that. Into the light.
Exactly. Yeah.
And the light is loving yourself and being in control of that there self.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how we try to promote like self-love. It's a big thing with us.
Yeah. Very fine thing to talk about in these days, because a lot of people, these times that the last few years we've been living through the COVID world,
Right.
a lot it's changed a lot of people, they're home all day, and then they start eating their angst, I think I put on a little weight over this period of time, I
Weight's
want
not
another
a bad
apple
thing.
pie.
Yeah, but again, weight's not a bad thing. Eating's not a bad thing. It's all.
Sure. And I hope your dance company, and the dance company in New York, your partner dance company, your dance company, obviously, are they doing something similar to this?
Yeah, so our show is obviously this weekend, and then next weekend is the show in New York. They're doing the same Out of Darkness. So I'm going to do this show, and then I'm flying out there to help them do their show.
Oh, good for you.
Thank you.
What a fun thing.
It
to
is
do.
fun.
Yeah.
It's a lot, but it's fun.
Well, it's work. Of course
Yes.
it's work. But what is life but working at something you love?
Right. You know, I'm fortunate to be able to do what I love.
Yeah. So, all right, Out of the Darkness. I don't know how much time we have, but I must say this, that it's coming right up, isn't it?
It is, right, this weekend.
Oh, we have 2 minutes to talk about that.
Okay.
Good. So, did you do all the choreography?
Most of it, like 85% of it,
Uh-huh.
because I do have, we're collaborative, so a lot of the dancers, we made it together, and
They're
then
also
in New
creative.
York, they helped create some pieces too, but most of it is mine. It's my baby.
Your baby, okay.
Mhm.
But you agree. You know, working with actors is the same thing. You know, they come up with. There's this one actress that I have. When I direct a play, she comes up with 7 interpretations for a moment, and I come up with 3, and I go, "Let's see your 7."
Yeah, that's why I do this too. Sometimes I have an idea, but I don't know how to make it work. So I'm like, guys, how we do this? And then they all put their heads together, and it's like 8 heads are better than one.
So it starts to have a life when you bring together their creative lives to understand what you want.
Exactly.
Yeah, so at first when that started to happen, I say, "Well, no, I'm the director and you're not."
Oh, I know. We've all been there, but then you get past
Over
that. Yeah. I get it.
Well, Katie Kilburn, thank you so much for coming to talk to me.
Thank
I
you.
really enjoy you coming to talk to me, and I hope your company stays, and maybe there's a lot of room in this studio. You
This
could
little
bring
studio we
in
can dance.
sometime
Yeah, for sure.
in the future. And there, folks, it's called an Eating Disorder Awareness Event, and it's a California stage, and it's coming right up. And you can get information by not going to California stage, but going to the Facebook for Borne, Borne, Dance Company. Is that right?
Yep.
Or you could go to Instagram or their email, which is bornedancecompany@gmail.com.
Yep.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you. Thank you for
We'll-
having me.
We'll see you on the dance floor.
Sounds good.
All right. That's all the time we have now for this show, and we'll be back next Wednesday, LiveWire, with artists in our community and people who are involved in community awareness and community change. Stay tuned for LiveWire next week. Bye.